Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video that I was supposed to do ages ago, but because I'm a lazy piece of shit, I've been putting off until now. So here is my craft room tour video. I have a specific room in my house to do cosplay and craft stuff in, so we don't have a dining room and no one can eat, but it's worth it. So I'm just going to be going around the room and kind of showing you as I go. This won't be super structured, it'll be more of me just showing you what's in the drawers, how I keep stuff organised, and yeah. So starting when you come in through these lovely wiggly glass doors, I have my creepy wall of Charlie Day. Yeah, I should have mentioned, as well as being a craft room, this is also a creepy shrine to the man I love, my sweet baby boy. Next I have some storage stuff. On the top I've just got a little Blue Potion Final Fantasy bag, some bike boys, some more little bags. Inside these I tend to keep certain things like together to keep them organised. So this one is just wig caps and some kinesthetic tape. Moving down, I have a cup full of hot glue gun sticks. I quite like using mugs that I don't use to drink out of to store stuff in my craft room, as well as some tiny Pokemon and these horrendously disfigured squishy things we got, which I don't know what they are, but hey, they're living the best lives. Underneath I've got some notebooks. I buy hundreds of notebooks despite never using them, so you know, big mood. A pair of unopened contact lenses that I think I got free with another contact lens case order, and a pack of makeup wipes. Moving further down again, I have this 3D printed devil guy, which I've been meaning to give back to a guy from work for ages, but hey, I guess it's mine now. Sorry, Andy. Another cup. This one is my, what is that? I think it's See You from A Can Be Good Cow. Thanks, Laura. And inside that I keep paintbrushes and small scissors, as well as a few pens, and, which can write on foam and stuff. Next to it I have another cup. This one is one of the little Sanex characters. I can't remember what they're called, but the little blobby boys. And this one has the end, I'm not really sure what these are called. They're like the endings on pipes, like pipe connector things. As well as some stickers, because I'm 5 years old. Moving further down again, I have more notebooks, which I hardly ever use, apart from this one I use to write down some ideas. I've also got a prop for Newt. This is some of the stuff from the Pacific Rim art book. More notebooks, some packaging stuff in case I need to send stuff off. More notebooks, some clear files, some more bike anime stuff, and more contact lenses that I got sent with other orders, as well as a small pin of a shark. Further down, we get into the stuff that I don't use as often. This is a little pot full of, when I moved into the house we had to change out a lot of the curtains, the curtain rails and stuff, and they had all these little metal things on, so I thought I might as well keep them because I feel like at some point they're going to come in handy. I don't know when, but they probably will. Next to this I have a little sentimental circus thing. This is from Wish. Once again, kind of more point. I really like storage. This is going to be a big thing this video. I'm a sucker for storage. But yeah, more storage. And underneath that I have in some, forgotten the name of it, Velcro, that's the word. Next to that I've got a signed Motor City poster, which I really need to put on the walls, but I just haven't. Another storage container. This one is kind of some of my older stuff from projects that I started and then never continued, because, you know, keeping up that theme of being a piece of shit, I like to buy stuff and then never use it. So back in the olden days I liked to do resin at one point, so this has some little resin moulds, some little papercraft star things, stuff for like sculptures where you need to like put them down on the wood. The second one is some cabochons, buttons. I have like a shit ton of buttons, a bit of lace, yeah, some clay, and the bottom one is a shit ton of Yankee candles for a team out thing, but I never actually got the team out for it, so I just have all the candles and nothing to use it. As well as loads of Monster High stands, because I did doll customization for a while and then stopped doing that as well, because yeah, that's my brand. Moving on from that, in the corner I have some Warbler. This is Black Warbler, I've not opened it yet, as well as some of the older stuff, and a pack of thin craft foam. So yeah, that's this little section, as well as another storage box down there. This pinboard, I don't really use my pinboards to store important stuff, it's mainly just for fan art and stuff, as well as some small accessories that might get lost somewhere else. So this has keyrings, because I love me some Itter bags, my taco ears, porn, lots of stickers, good little Hammond, some keyrings, more porn, Magic Brian, Squishy Boy, rings, the Best Boy, and that's what's over there. On my main desk I usually keep my sewing clips and pins in a little pin proof thing. I have a new cutting mat which is going to come handy, my sewing machine, current work in progress project thing, might be doing some updates later about that maybe, hint hint, nudge nudge. In my corner I keep my tripod, my lighting setup, and a ton of these poles which I was going to use to make Belviere from Nier Automata, but I haven't got around to doing that yet, and that's probably going to be pushed until next year. Down underneath my desk I just have a tiny bin, that's my garden. It's looking a bit grey because it's super rainy today, and I don't have anything directly under the thing apart from, you know, the pressure foot thingy from my sewing machine and a chair. To the drawers to the side I keep these pretty organised. So this is the one which I just kind of keep the stuff that I, you know, my main two go-to stuff. So scalpels, glue, a little bit of wire. In here I keep the other pressure foots to my sewing machine, a tape measure, more pins, a lighter, beads and stuff, and some coloured markers if I need to like indicate stuff being different colours to help me work out later, as well as some chalk. On to the next one. I keep threads, or small bobbin threads, smaller, don't know what you call these threads, like small amounts of threads I guess, some dugong stickers, very very important, and then this little bag just has loads of different widths of elastic in white and black, as well as, oh, some little doggy stickers. I really like stickers, guys, don't judge me, and some of these tiny pink ones which I use to make rivets on armour, as well as a modelling spatula and a bag of bows because I needed one bow but I could only buy 50. Moving down again, this is just where I store all my thread. It's loosely organised into, you know, this one's labelled blue, I keep the blue thread here. Guess what? Same in all the other boxes. Shock horror, the green ones are kept in the green box. On to the next one. This one's a bit more messy. This is where I keep my glue guns, glue gun sticks, lots of Sharpies, some small beads. That is a, oh, what is this? Like a wood burner for like doing designs on foam and stuff. This one is miscellaneous embroidery thread. Don't use that very often. That was like a uni project day thing again that I never got around to doing, but hey, at least I still have all this useless thread that I don't use. Woo! And then this bottom drawer is literally just kind of like stock for one. Welcome headphone users. This one has this thing that I bought for like 40 quid to punch massive holes inside fabric, but once again never got around to using. Has some chainmail, warbler straps, and foam sponges. That's this area complete. Moving around, I have a little bag on the door in case I need to store anything there. I have my mannequin form over here. Another pin board, once again, just kind of full of stuff I like. A bit of Taz, a bit of Hamilton, a CubeCon ticket, more Charlie Day, some Guzma, me dog, photos of my dog, drawings of my dog, more Cute Fun and Fancy stuff, more Pacific Rim stuff, Drunk Rat, some Good Bad Boys, signed Pacific Rim poster by, you guessed it, Charlie Day. Down here I have my Overlocker, which I won from the Insomnia convention thingy. I haven't got around to setting it up yet. Whoopsie doopsie. And my second place prize. Flex, flex, flex. In this drawer I keep... This isn't a drawer, this is a display thing. I don't know what this is, but yeah, I usually keep the fabric that I'm using in current projects on here, but at the moment I don't have any fabric work, so it's just got a pack of shirts, some stuffing on the bottom, and then some storage bags at the top, along with the bag of stuff that I used for Kafka and Taco, so that's just kind of like lace, beads, feathers, just ambiguous stuff that I haven't really got around to packing away yet. Moving along, that's my kitchen, those are some pumpkins. We have the massive, what do you call these things? Petticoats? Hoop skirts, there we go. Some hoop skirts that I was going to use for Belviere. Once again, haven't got around to using them yet, but hopefully, maybe, I might. Down here we've got some more Velcro in white. And moving on to my big display thingy. I keep all my paints down here. I know some people like to keep the paints in drawers, but I personally like to be able to see all of them at the same time, so I kind of know what my stock's like and what I need to get more of. So this is paints, little paints kept down there. In this one we have pens, pencils, ambiguous cosplay props, and in the bottom this is all like doll stuff. So this is just like blank dolls that I've prepped for painting, pastels, watercolours, you know, anything for like doll modification. So on this shelf I've got lots of different types of glues and polyfiller, some flexible filler and some Liquitex varnish. At the back over there I've got some Mod Podge, some Gorilla Glue, as well as some generic PVA glue, some Mr. Super Clear back from the old doll making times, bakeable Sculpey, rubbing alcohol for dyeing wigs, epoxy sculpt, some, what are these ones? These were used for dyeing wigs as well, just acrylic inks. Got some hairspray, got some of the craft clay at the back, and then also some more polymer clay, as well as some tiny bottles and some of the mould silicone, as well as some plastic coat and some nice orbs. Onto the next shelf I have some of my more heavy duty tools. These include the Dremel and the heat gun. Moving across I've got different storage containers. These all contain beads, buttons and cabochons, as well as some tiny plastic things on the top. I use these for, you know, if I'm selling stuff or if I need to kind of decant some of the beads into smaller containers to take with me to a con in case of emergencies. I've also got some really little tiny gem bottles. I was going to use these on taco, but I never got around to using it because they're actually glass and I was worried about them exploding on the costume and killing me, so yeah, they're just there for a future project now. Tiny Minnie and a tiny Mickey, and part of a bout. Further up I have a staple to any cosplayer, a wig head which I've drawn some creepy Sharpie stuff onto it, so the good shit. As well as I have some beads and bangles. These are all for Newt, as well as the glasses and the wig itself. I sometimes just like to keep some stuff, you know, accessories and the wig and, you know, glasses and the stuff like that over here if I know that I'm going to be using them later on for a con. And spoilers, next month at Birmingham, November, I will be cosplaying Newt Geisler. Moving slightly across, I have some more cosplay accessories. I've got my Guzma glasses, a pair of gloves, as well as the sword that I use for Medicine Seller. Down here I have some tattoo paper, which once again I'll be using for Newt, as well as some shoe inserts if I need to be taller for some tall boys. Across from that I have a Pacific Rim mug, and inside that it's got some of these little zip ties. They come in handy for like attaching stuff to costumes, though I'll be honest, most of the time I use them for stuff in the garden, but they have come in handy for actual cosplay stuff. Next to this I have my pile of tape, so I've got some washi tape, some clear sellotape, masking tape, Gorilla tape, and just some more masking tape at the bottom. In that tiny container I have lots of tiny pins for my pin board, and then just another tiny roll of tape and some spare change. Along the top shelf, this is where I hang some of the tools I use. So I have a tiny metal saw, I have a, what do you call this one, a rivet gun? It's not a gun. Rivet press. It makes holes in things. It's very exciting. I have a chubby puppy. He's not really for cosplay, I just kind of like him. Got some shoes. Once again, I kind of end up storing some stuff for cosplays that I'm working on at the moment. These are the shoes for Wilma from Maggot Baits. And next to them I have a ton of different screwdrivers and pliers. I should really put them in the garage, but I'm too lazy to do it, so I haven't. Also got a spirit level, another mannequin head with a respirator mask on, some new horsehair which I'll be using for a future project, and some polymer beads, as well as some scissors and a little sewing wheel thing at the back. But I'll be honest, I keep like cutting my hand on that thing, so I don't use it very often. It's just there for the display now. On the very top, that is where I keep all of my wigs. I also have some wigs just dotted around the house because they won't fit in the box, because I think at this point I've probably got like 35 wigs in there, so it's getting a little bit cramped. But yeah, that's where they live, on top of there, and every time I have to take this thing down, it's pretty much a life or death situation, so that's fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my cosplay craft room. I also have some more heavy duty tools that I keep outside in the garage, you know, like sanders and stuff that makes a lot of mess. But these are things that I mainly keep inside my house and I use on the reg. Now to do some pretentious panning to fill up the time, but yeah, if you have any questions or if you want to know where I got anything, feel free to ask me and I'll try and help in the comments. But please keep in mind that a lot of this stuff I've been collecting for years now, so I might not be able to find the exact stuff. But yeah, hope you liked it.